Hey everyone, it's Matt, and today I will be telling you a bunch of facts about music and the music industry and so on. As with all of my other fact videos, I found these facts from a variety of sources across the internet. And though I cannot verify that they're all 100% accurate, I did my best to try and include ones that seemed plausible or that had some sort of reliable source behind them. So hopefully they are accurate, but I cannot guarantee that they all are. Regardless, I hope that you will find this video relaxing and informative, and I hope that you will enjoy it. So, here we go. The word music is based on the goddesses of the arts from Greek mythology, which were called the Muses. Prior to entering public domain, the Happy Birthday song earned Warner Music millions of dollars in royalties per year. In addition, it was originally written as a song called Good Morning to All and featured different lyrics unrelated to birthday celebrations. Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles were self-taught musicians and did not have the ability to read music. The longest piece of music ever performed is Organ Squared / As Slow as Possible by John Cage, which started being performed at a church in Germany in 2001 and is on track to continue for a total of 639 years. The most expensive musical instrument ever sold is the Lady Blunt Stradivarius violin, which was sold for $15,875,800 in 2011. The British Navy have used Britney Spears music to deter Somali pirates. Leo Fender, the inventor of the Fender Stratocaster guitar, was unable to play the guitar. People typically choose their favorite songs not by their perceived quality, but by their association with emotional events in their lives. Music can help patients with brain injuries recall memories. The first band to perform on all 7 continents was Metallica. Despite selling over 100 million albums, Enya has never been on tour. The oldest surviving piece of written music is a Hurrian hymn from the 1400s BC. The piano was invented only a few decades prior to the founding of the United States. Despite recording over 600 songs, Elvis Presley never wrote any of them himself. Music has been shown to measurably improve performance when working out. A study once found that babies stay calm for about twice as long while listening to music as they do while listening to human speech. Before settling on the name The Beatles originally played under the name The Black Jacks, then The Quarrymen, and then Johnny and the Moondogs. The country with the highest number of metal bands per capita is Finland. The Christmas song Jingle Bells was originally written as a Thanksgiving song instead. Roughly 3 to 5% of the population is affected by a neurological condition called musical anhedonia, which renders one incapable of enjoying music in the way that most people do. The Reverend Run, one of the founding members of Run DMC, is an actual ordained minister. The ukulele was named after the Hawaiian words lele and uku, which mean jumping and flee, respectively. This was likely due to the motion of a player's fingers, which could be said to resemble jumping fleas. Despite the Hawaiian basis of the name, the instrument was actually invented on a Portuguese island, not a Hawaiian one. The hit Barry Manilow song, I Write the Songs, was not written by Barry Manilow, but by someone else, and for a different music group. Revenue from digital downloads and streaming services surpassed revenue from CD sales for the first time in 2014. The National Orchestra of Monaco is larger than the country's army. Eminem's song, The Real Slim Shady, was written and recorded only a few hours before the album it was on was due. Ramon Barrero, a musician famous in Mexico for playing the world's smallest harmonica, died in the middle of a performance after accidentally inhaling and choking on the harmonica. The first album to consist entirely of music recorded in outer space was Space Sessions, Songs from a Tin Can by Chris Hadfield. The longest note ever recorded on a saxophone was a 45-minute, 47-second E-flat played by Kenny G. Violins are made from over 70 pieces of wood. Both Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen and Hey Jude by the Beatles were recorded using the exact same piano. Some early names Pink Floyd performed under included T, Set, Sigma, music that humans do, but do enjoy music made using similar frequencies to feline communication. Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson once had a conflict over Michael bringing a pet llama to the recording studio. Leonard Skinner was named after the gym teacher the band members had as children, whose name was Leonard Skinner. The preference most people share for consonant music over dissonant music appears to be cultural and not instinctive, as cultures that have not been exposed to Western music demonstrate no preference for one over the other. Anthony Kiedis, lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers, was babysit by Cher. Music was a part of the Olympic Games between 1912 and 1948. The piano covers the full note spectrum of all traditional orchestra instruments, ranging from the lowest note of the double bassoon to notes higher than the piccolo's top note. In the United States, vinyl record sales generated $35 million in 2005. In 2015, vinyl record sales generated $416 million. The word beastie in Beastie Boys is actually an acronym that stands for Boys Entering Anarchic States Towards Internal Excellence. In 2016, the artist to sell the most CDs was Mozart. Queen frontman Freddie Mercury's overbite was caused by his upper jaw having 4 extra teeth. The chills you sometimes feel while listening to music are caused by the release of dopamine, primarily due to the anticipation of a song's most effective moment. Your perception of reality can be altered by listening to different types of music. The largest and loudest musical instrument ever built is the Boardwalk Hall Auditorium organ in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Built in 1932, it weighs 150 tons and contains 7 manuals, 449 ranks, 337 registers, and 33,114 pipes. A study determined that most middle-aged people's favorite songs are the ones they enjoyed most between the ages of 16 and 21. Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit named his pet bulldog Biscuit. The song played the highest number of times in a single performance is the British national anthem, God Save the Queen, which was played played 17 times in a row during a wait for King Edward VII's arrival. Prior to adopting the Star-Spangled Banner as its national anthem, the United States unofficially used a song called "America, My Country, 'Tis of Thee" instead. This song has the same melody as the British national anthem, "God Save the Queen." Musical training has been shown to improve one's vocabulary and reasoning skills, despite neither being required for the performance of music. Acoustic guitar strings were originally made from silk and the small intestines of animals until World War II, when animal guts were reserved for the production of surgical thread for soldiers. The nylon strings we see to this day were invented as a workaround for the lack of available materials. Despite the band's popularity, Kiss has never had a #1 single in the United States. Sir Richard Starkey's stage name, Ringo Starr, was based on the rings he wore. Coincidentally, Ringo is also the Japanese word for apple. As a result, he was asked to appear in a Japanese advertisement for applesauce in 1996. In addition, he was the narrator in the UK version of Thomas the Tank Engine. Guns N' Roses have had 21 different full-time members since the band was founded. According to Slash, their hit song "Sweet Child of Mine" was written in only 5 minutes. The best-selling musical instrument in the world is the harmonica. Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez used to share a YouTube vlog channel, which has since been turned into Demi Lovato's music channel. The original vlogs are still available on that channel. The word karaoke, or karaoke as it's pronounced in Japanese, is a composite of the Japanese words for empty and orchestra. Panic at the Disco was originally started as a Blink-182 cover band. Music has been used by therapists to help people with brain damage regain the ability to speak and comprehend language, as music utilizes more neurological pathways in the brain than speech alone. In some cases, patients have been observed with the ability to sing words that they are otherwise unable to speak. The first electronic music instrument was the musical telegraph, invented in 1874. The longest song to take the #1 spot on the Billboard charts is "I'd Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That" by Meatloaf at 12 minutes and 1 second. The shortest is "Stay" by Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs at 1 minute and 38 seconds. controversy becoming popular, best-selling albums generally sold around 20 million copies. In 2009, that number dropped to roughly 5 million copies. The best-selling single of all time is White Christmas by Bing Crosby, which has been sold over 50 million times. The concert with the highest attendance was performed by Rod Stewart in Brazil in 1994. Over 3.5 million people attended, and the concert was free. And finally, the alphabet song and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star share the same melody. And I hope you enjoyed this video.